Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Sandy here. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and click on that notification bell to know to get new videos as and when I post. And if you're new to my channel, please do follow me on my social media as well. I do have them linked on my homepage. So yeah, today we are doing a story time. It's very personal and I realized that I never really did a proper introduction on my channel. So I was like, okay, let me review the Maybelline Superstay foundations. Yeah, while I do the story time, and I hope you guys like and enjoy this video, and let's get started. Okay, so to start off, I'm gonna tell you what the foundation claims. This is the Superstay 24-hour full coverage foundation by Maybelline in New York, and the claims on it is that it's full coverage. That's basically what they're saying. I don't see anything else. So we expect not to see any flaws. And let me do a close-up so you guys get to see my skin. I do have, God knows what that is over there, and yeah, this is basically not supposed to be visible at the end of this video. So I am gonna also review the Beauty Glazed palettes, which I got online, and I will show you guys the stuff as we go along. So for this foundation, I only got 3 shades because I wasn't really sure where I'm gonna fall. And I got it in caramel, chestnut, and cocoa. So that's 60, 64, and 70. So this is how they look on camera. I'm definitely not this shade, that's for sure. But I did know that I'm going to be in between these shades. So I decided, to get them both. And if they don't look good on me, I could just mix them up. So here they are on camera. Caramel is the lightest one right here, and then we have the chestnut, and then the last darkest one that you can see is the cocoa. So for this video, I'm gonna mix the chestnut and the cocoa. Hopefully I don't look crazy. Okay, back to the story now, the actual story. Okay, so at first, growing up, I've always been that girl, who was very obedient and the goody two-shoes, And I still am, and I still love it very much. It's how I've been raised, and I've really come to like it over the years. So back then, it wasn't like a normal thing for girls to just, for kids to be in relationships, back when I was in primary. So that's if you actually didn't want your parents to kill you. And yeah, I listened. And so fast forward to junior school. So we get at junior school, and it's starting to be more of an open thing. So I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender. It's already wet. It's starting to be a common thing, like to see kids in high school be in relationships. This is when your emotions and your feelings start getting out of control, and you feel like that attraction is more, it has an upper hand, if that makes sense. But even then, I still wasn't really budging. I wasn't that into it, I was the Christian girl who I still am, and I still love it very much. And I feel like part of it was the high expectations that I had, and the bad experience and the fear that I also had as a kid, because the way I was raised was not really lenient. So the last thing that I wanted was to disappoint my grandma and disappoint my parents, right? So, okay, this is very full coverage. I did go in with the chestnut and the cocoa, and I'm loving it. So I was like, okay, Sandile, maybe you'll do all the stuff when you're in upper levels, right? So I get to seniors high school, and maybe this was the point where I was a little interested, but judging by the characters of the guys and all that, I wasn't really convinced yet. You know, I just honestly wanted to just be done with school and make money, and I was so driven. I was that girl, you know, and I still am. So I get to university, right? So wait, let me just rewind a little bit. We go back to this time where we're awaiting our results, our CSM. What is it? BG, whatever. We're waiting for our Form 5 results, okay? And that's when, like, I started talking to a lot of guys. You know, not really a lot, but I mean, that's when I started being a little active, or whatever you want to call it. And so I got to realize that a lot of people were sexually active at this age. A lot of people, like, it was a normal thing in relationships, and I'm like, that's not what I want at all. It's not what I want. So I kept being disappointed because, you know, I'd expect that the guys would be different, more understanding, and want to wait till they get married, or till they marry me for all that. But it seems like it was a requirement, you know? So part of it was like, I'm not about to date somebody who's gonna put me under pressure, who's gonna do what and what, things I just don't want. So yeah, I turned down a lot of guys, a lot. And I have had crushes, a couple, but I only really liked a few guys in my entire life. You know, people that were focused, people that were smart, people that were, you know, those kind of people I did find really attractive and everything. So I was like, okay, let's see. Let's just talk to different guys. So I've never been on a date till I was, when was it? When did I really go on a date? Last year. I think that was it? Yes, that was the first time I actually went on a date. The beginning of last year. So I went out on a date with this guy. I'm not gonna mention his name for, you know, other reasons. So I go out on a date with this guy. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys the palettes. This is the pressed glitter by Beauty Glaze that I got, and I got all of these on AliExpress. I love them a lot. I've used it a couple of times. And then they have these palettes which they named and according to planets and stuff. This one is Mars, and Mars is more on the pink side. I really love the packaging that Beauty Glaze came up with. And then we have this one, which is a little bit on the dark blues, and it's the Neptune palette by Beauty Glaze. We have Jupiter. She's a little bit of purple and the pinks, you know. And we have, I'm not saying this, you guys are gonna read this. And she's more on the greens, like the mint and stuff. And the way the colors were like picked out was actually really smart. My favorite has to be this one, because you know I'm a dark brown skin girl and I love my browns. This is the satin, and it has more of the orange. Telling by the smudges, you can tell that, you know, I've used it a lot. We have the browns and the golds. It's my favorite, so we're gonna do this one. So I have my Eco Tool brushes here with me. I got them from Clicks. These I got on AliExpress. So just look up this official store on AliExpress if you're interested. And of course, these I got in Clicks as well. So continuing with the story, I go on a date, right? I go on a date. And you know, I have high expectations, you know? And then the guy was sweet and all, but then there was a lot that was fishy about him. There was a lot that was fishy. And you know, a lady's guts just never go wrong. This is the Mars, and I'm using this as base. But before that, we're gonna go in with the Essence I Love Color Intensifying Eyeshadow Base. This is to make your eyes pop a little more. You know, you want that eyeshadow really popping. It comes in, I think, one shade. You don't have to worry about how light it is actually, because it's just an eyeshadow. It's kind of like a white wall. People paint white before they paint people paint white before they paint other colors because it pops, you know, comes out in the right shade. So that's the idea behind this. So yeah, we go on a date and it was fun and everything, but within 3 months I got to know that, you know, this guy is playing me. He lied about everything. He lied about his age. He lied about what he really likes. Basically, the guy's a total fraud. He's a total fraud, and I've been having doubts. You know, you can't really fool me. I'm the girl that advises people on their relationships, and I was never in a relationship. So I know that when my gut tells me that something is off, 9 out of 10 of the time it is. And it was. So, you know, I tossed him out of the window, and I am glad that I did. I'm glad I did, because, you know, I was starting to like him, and he really, really, really disappointed me. So at this point, you know, he's not much of a big deal, because I've been heartbroken before by someone that I actually really, really liked. You know, and I didn't realize that I did until like I was in varsity, and it's been years, you know, and he went abroad and everything. He didn't even tell me that he was going. So maybe subconsciously I hoped something was gonna happen, but I never really knew that I liked him like that. So I was using the full shadow because I was covering my entire eyelid. You know, I love this brush, it's my baby. But you know, I was like, okay, it's cool, we move, we can't stay hurt for life and everything, we have to move, you know. So I was like, okay, I need to find, I don't know, at this point, after like that whole date and everything, and him, and then I actually confronted him, you know, I confronted him about the whole thing. Oh, you are lying about this and this and this, and I've had it on my mind for so long. I knew for so long, and you know, he laughed it off like it was nothing. And I was like, I'm using the Eco Tools brush, and this one is to give you shade. We're doing a very simple look today. I was like, this guy can just laugh off something that, you know, was very serious. Like, I'm not the type of girl who likes playing games, you know. I'd rather be single for 20 years and be with that one guy who's serious than have 20 relationships and have them toy around with my heart, you know? So, you know, going through that was a big lesson. Like, do not ignore the red flags, sister. Do not ignore the red flags. You are bound to get disappointed in a way that is beyond your control, and you're not gonna like it very much. It's gonna be very painful. It's gonna hurt because you knew. So I go out with this other guy. He asked, actually I proposed the breakfast or whatever. I wasn't really thinking much, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't really thinking much of anything. It's just kind of like how you'd ask a friend to go with you somewhere. So I was like, oh, let's go have breakfast, it's month end, we have money, we're students, so let's enjoy this, right? The guy, he ghosted on me. After that, he went silent. We had a great time. And I was like, oh my god. I get home and I'm like, oh my god, he was actually very nice or whatever. And then he ghosted. He didn't talk to me for I think 3 or 4 days until I actually met him around school, and he was dodgy and he just acted so immaturely, I'm not gonna lie. And it was like, oh, this is what you get for, you know, trying new things. Sandile, just stick to what you know. Stick to what you know. Still on the same palette, we're using the more bronze shade to highlight our eyes. I was like, Sandile, you should just stick to what you know. Stop going out with people because this whole thing is just not working. I've already had bad experiences just talking to people on the phone, and I just either blocked them or move on or something. But to have somebody behave like that, it was shocking. Somebody who's really cute and all, and somebody you'd never imagined. Somebody people speak highly of. People say I messed up the opportunity, but I'm like, no, you guys have no idea. So I'm going in with the Total Temptation mascara by Maybelline. It's my absolute favorite. By now you should know that I'm a big fan of Maybelline, and I just honestly love their products, because I mean, just the first time trying them and I fell in love. I don't think you'd ever see me in any other section. No offense to the other brands, but I'm yet to find brands that work perfectly with my skin. Apart from Maybelline and Beauty Glazed and some Revlon and Rimmel, I'm yet to try out the others, so I might try them on this channel for you guys. So yeah, that went definitely wrong. He ignored me, and then he apologizes because I caught him trying to hide this. I was like, man, I'm too mature for this kind of stuff, you know? I don't play games. So I ignored him. I wasn't talking to him. I just see him around school, and it was just the highest. If I had the energy. Yeah, it was just the highest, but I wasn't really about to give him hope that, you know, I'm easy and ouch, he can play around. Woo! He can play around with me. Woo! Whoa! The mascara just broke my eye. To close off this video, I'm just gonna go in with my gloss. I got this from Woolworths, and then I'm gonna tell you guys the full story. And I'm just gonna end the story and the real reasons why I've been single. So right now I kind of look like an egg. So I'm going in with the Top Lady contour powder. It's in like a coral brown, you know? Yeah. And I'm using this brush. Also, it's a curved brush that I also got from Clicks. I'm not sure if it was part of the Eco Tools collection or what, but we're just going to shape our face just a little bit. So you guys, I'm basically saying I haven't been in a relationship for 21 years because one, the guys played me. I'm obviously not gonna go into the details 100% of everything because it would take an entire day. The guys played me. They lied. What else? Also, some of them actually demand intimacy in relationships, and I'm like, no thank you, cue to leave. It's my cue to leave. Because as much as, you know, yes, it's the 21st century, you gotta change your mentality, you know, there are just certain things that I would like to keep doing for as long as I am unmarried. And I think I'm going to remain as whole as possible until I find somebody who's serious enough to get married to me, somebody who's patient enough, because I personally just don't like games, and I don't like feeling like I don't want to ever get to that point where I'm like, oh man, I gave this guy the fruit or whatever and he played me and cheated, and no. So I really hope that you guys don't have friends pressuring you into doing anything, and don't let anyone make you feel like you have to do something in order to be in a relationship. You have to be comfortable. I've never been in a relationship, but honey, I am glowing, I am healthy, I am well until I find somebody who actually doesn't play me and actually doesn't lie. I might stay single, yes, for a very long time, and I'm not ashamed, because a lot of girls nowadays feel like they need the validation from a guy, you know, that they're pretty and that they are beautiful. Just like being with that one guy, oh, you know, I'm dating so and so, but you're not happy. Hello? No, we don't do that here. So I hope you guys like this video. Please do follow me on my socials and like, subscribe, comment. What are your thoughts? Do you think that I am being too narrow-minded about this, or do you think that I'm doing what's best for me? So please do like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys on my next one.